who still has a perfect bracket. How about Falcons running back Bijan Robinson? On day one, kind of dope. Love that. So let's talk some football today. He's got his pro day in Michigan. He's one of those hot draft prospect teams that was asked whether he'd consider trading the 4th overall pick.
I don't like it blinking. That kind of messes with my eyes. But yeah, we may not get to a point where the deal makes sense, whether it's at 4 or.
And the pick is up for sale here. What are you hearing about the interest level in the 4th overall pick?
I think it's good. It's going to have to be a specific one. So if it goes Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy, is he worth that to you, whatever the price will be to move up? So they have a top 5 pick and they don't need a quarterback. So they'd be very happy, I think, to stay put at once it out there that I'm willing to listen, because when teams move up in the first round for quarterback, your hope is like, well, I'm happy sitting at 4 and taking a difference-making wide receiver. Listen, I think that's what you're hearing.
I mean, realistically, there's 3 teams within 10 picks of that 4th quarterback. They got to figure out their future. Number 2, the Minnesota Vikings. We all know they've been active. And then 3, I would claim 3 teams that need and want to in many ways. You could throw the Broncos in there as well. At this point, they can sit there and take Marvin Harrison Jr., and he's going to be they need size. They can sit there and go, come get the 4th pick. Now, is 4 rich for J.J. McCarthy? Probably. No. But he is going to go top 5. Put it down, because teams are going to go back and get Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors or Brian Thomas or somebody like that. But J.J. McCarthy.
Nick, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you can get, but let's not outthink ourselves. There's a player in the draft right now that is college right now and can impact the offense almost as much as a quarterback can. You already seem comfortable. Change the dynamic of your team. Understand that the Cardinals have a lot of different issues that they need to address, so the potential of having a player like this that shows the ability time great at his position.
I see it different than Neek, which is, as Dano alluded to, there's 5 teams that could go up to number 4 from. So to me, if I could trade back and get Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze and like everybody else, but J.J. McCarthy is really where this draft starts at number 4. And I agree. In 6 weeks ago, Brian, we're probably thinking like, well, is it Daniel Jones or J.J. McCarthy?
I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, well, I think if you're the Cardinals, you can't go too far, as far north as they can. Maybe get Jaden Daniels at 2. If they can't go to 2, I would be shocked if 10 or 11. So, and I agree with Mike T. I think Minnesota
11 picks in this year's draft and would have more in this scenario. So if you move down to
is going back down to 11 actually worth it? To Neek's point.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what they do. Listen, Mike T, I know you've moved up in the draft.
Yeah, Brian, let's look at what they did a year ago. They were outstanding. Coach, that's going to be a high pick, but Miko Ryans and C.J. Stroud exceed expectations. If they can...
brackets, you can check it out on the Tournament Challenge app. You can still sign up for the women's bracket.
Philadelphia Eagles contemplate drafting Peyton Wilson as a potential linebacker prospect. In the upcoming NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles are eyeing a potential game-changer in linebacker prospect Peyton Wilson. Despite his undeniable talent on the field, Wilson's draft stock is clouded by concerns surrounding his injury history, presenting a gamble for any team looking to secure his services. Wilson, a standout from NC State, boasts an impressive blend of athleticism and aggression that sets him apart on the field. Standing tall at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing 233 pounds, Wilson's speed and physicality make him a formidable force in both pass coverage and run defense. However, his journey to the pros has been marred by recurring injuries, including a torn ACL in high school and persistent shoulder issues during his college career. Despite these setbacks, Wilson's resilience and on-field performance have kept NFL scouts intrigued. His exceptional showing at the NFL Combine, clocking a remarkable 4.43-second 40-yard dash, underscores his potential impact at the professional level. Nevertheless, questions linger about his ability to stay healthy and endure the rigors of an NFL season. For the Eagles, the linebacker position has been a focal point of off-season improvement, with signings like Devin White and Zach Bond aimed at shoring up the defense. However, uncertainties remain, particularly regarding the long-term reliability of these acquisitions. While White and Bond bring experience, concerns persist about their consistency and impact. The prospect of drafting Wilson presents the Eagles with both promise and risk. While his talent could immediately elevate the linebacker core, his injury history raises red flags. General Manager Howie Roseman faces a critical decision whether to invest in Wilson early in the draft, potentially securing a future defensive stalwart, or pursue safer options. Ultimately, Wilson's fate rests on the willingness of NFL teams to gamble on his potential. Projected to be a second-round pick, his journey to the pros is fraught with uncertainty. Should he don the Eagles' colors, Wilson's impact could be profound, provided he can stay healthy and fulfill his vast potential. For the Eagles and their fans, the decision to draft Wilson will speak volumes about their confidence in addressing defensive needs heading into the 2024 season. Certainly. Here's a richly worded comment. In contemplating the prospective addition of Peyton Wilson to the Philadelphia Eagles roster, one cannot help but marvel at the intricate dance between talent and uncertainty that permeates the world of professional sports. Wilson's tantalizing blend of athleticism and aggression casts a mesmerizing spell, promising to inject a potent dose of dynamism into the Eagles' defensive ranks. Yet, lurking beneath the surface of his undeniable potential lies a shadow of doubt, cast by the specter of past injuries that have plagued his ascent to the NFL stage. It is a delicate balancing act, navigating the treacherous terrain of risk and reward, as the Eagles weigh the allure of Wilson's undeniable talent against the sobering reality of his injury-riddled past. Indeed, the decision to draft Wilson embodies the essence of strategic calculation, as General Manager Howie Roseman and his team must discern whether the potential dividends of his acquisition outweigh the inherent risks. It is a narrative fraught with tension, a symphony of anticipation and apprehension, as Eagles fans hold their breath in collective anticipation of what the future may hold. For Wilson, the journey towards NFL stardom is paved with uncertainty, yet imbued with the promise of greatness, should he defy the odds and emerge triumphant. In the grand tapestry of professional football, his story is but a single thread, weaving its way through the fabric of time, leaving an indelible mark upon the annals of sporting history.